Well, it's Easter, so I guess we're gonna just build the Easter bunny. This guy right here, the Mocha bunny, which I designed as an alternate model for the Master Builder set. However, I understand that this is kind of an unfortunately expensive set thanks to those red torso pieces. It's obnoxious. So instead, I'm going to be using blue for today's video, and so you can see what that looks like. Here it is right here. Pretty happy about it. Let's go ahead and break down the build for this. So we're just going to do it right here. First things first, you're going to want to go ahead and grab a 6 length axle, 2 of the half bushings, and a 24 tooth gear right there in the dead center. In the actual Master Builder set, this is actually going to be dark gray, not light gray. I'm just using what I have available on me right now. When you have this together, you're going to go ahead and take your torso, any color that you want, and you're going to insert that 6 length axle into the second pinhole there. We're not actually utilizing this space yet, at least not for the worm screw. We're not using that worm screw at all. So we're just going to go ahead and close it up just like that. Second hole right there. Now we'll take a 4 length axle and we're going to stick that right through the axle hole at the base of the torso, which in this case is actually going to be the front of the torso. And we're going to take these angled lift arms and put them on the front right here. This is actually the front legs for the model, so that's actually pretty much done just like that. I'm going to go ahead now and actually take some frictionless pins and go ahead and throw them into the empty pinholes directly behind the 6 length axle. It does have a pretty basic function, so we'll take a look at that here once we get closer to the finish. Take a 4 length axle and one of these perpendicular connector pieces here, and we're going to run that through the hole at the very top of the model just like this and cap it off on the opposite side. So like that. Now we're going to go ahead and take 2 black pins and push them into these pinholes at the very top, 1 on each side, just like that, no big deal. And now we're going to go ahead and take our panels and we're sort of going to angle them out just like this using that inner pinhole right here. So 1 on each side, and they'll sort of overlap the torso there. That's okay. It actually helps to prevent the head from moving around too much. So just like that, make sure they're pushed all the way in, and go ahead and take this little assembly right here, and we'll go ahead and cap that off just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and start building up the head. This is actually pretty easy to do. So we're going to take one of these and insert a stud pin in here, take a second perpendicular connector and connect it to that stud pin. Then we're going to go ahead and take a 2 length axle and push it through so that it is halfway. It doesn't matter which one you push it through because we're going to use both axle holes here in a moment. But we're going to go ahead and insert that 2 length axle into, mine is little too tight, but into the base of one of these angled or these thin lift arms here. I'm using blue. However, in the Master Builder set, this is actually going to be black. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead and cap that off as well. Now take another number 2 axle and push it in just like this, but don't push it all the way through just yet. That is going to go on this axle hole right here. So go ahead and align that and then push it all the way through. And you're done there. Now we're going to go ahead and take a voodoo ball and a 4 length axle, just like this, and run it through the empty pinhole there. There's an axle behind it because of this gray piece that we inserted, and so it's going to actually hold that in place. Go ahead and put the other voodoo ball on the opposite side, and that is your head complete. That is what your head looks like. I can't see you, but that is probably your head. I'm joking. All right, go ahead and take your angled L-shaped lift arm, 1 on each side here, just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and take 2 more of those frictionless gray pins and put them on the inside of the legs, just right here. These are sort of acting as little stoppers so that they can't go too far forward. They're also going to be attachment points for a rubber band here in a moment. I'm going to take a 4 length axle and cap that with another half bushing just right here. Stick that through the hole in the body. Again, nothing that it's actually attaching to, but you're going to cap it off on the other side with another thin bushing here. Now we'll go ahead and take one of these perpendicular through connector pieces. In the Master Builder set, they're going to be dark gray. I'm just using black because they're more modern. They're a little bit tougher, I guess, a little more durable. And we're going to go ahead and attach those to this gear. Right now they can spin freely, but what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and take one of these rubber bands, and I will attach it to that perpendicular connector first, hold it in place, wrap it around the inside of the leg, and then connect it to that frictionless pin. That acts, like I said, as a rubber band holder. It's going to pull the leg forward. Do the same on the opposite side, wrap around the inside of the leg and connect it directly to that, and you get another holder. And now to address the function. This actually works pretty simple. You're just going to take a rubber band. Honestly, it could be even smaller than this, and I'll show you those here in a moment. So I'm just going to use this one here. Wrap it around the top of that half bushing, and then I'm going to pull it back pretty far, honestly. And I like to ensure that it sort of wraps into those half bushings in the body there, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and insert them into one of the rungs of the gear on the inside. Now, how is this going to work? The function, very simply, when you push the legs down, it is stretching that rubber band that goes through the body. So letting go is going to jump, and thus, when you push the model down onto a surface, it will hop, just like a little bunny. It's really cute. The head can wobble, but if you actually push it forward just a little bit, it will grab onto the teeth of that torso, and that'll help to prevent it from wobbling. You can also sort of adjust the ears a little bit to really reinforce that, but it works out just fine, or you can just allow it to wobble if you want to. And that's it. That is the Mocha Bunny. That is the build from the Master Builder set, just 40 pieces, and for leftover pieces, this is what you're going to be left with. So yeah, it actually uses well under half of the pieces in total. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday if you celebrate it or whatever you celebrate, or just generally a good Sunday. And of course, as always, you can join the conversation down in the comments below. And of course, check out the Instagram, Discord, and Patreon, all of which are linked in the description. And if you like videos specifically about the Master Builder set, I plan on doing a breakdown of this one here soon too. So you'll get to see that one as well. That doesn't even use the expensive torso, so you don't have to worry too much about that. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Make sure to like and subscribe, I guess.